Let's talk about Christmas movies because every year I review at least one Christmas movie, and usually it's a cult movie like Santa Claus Conquers the Martians or something like that. This year I figured, hey, might as well do a good movie for once. Or how about the best Christmas movie? Because what is the best Christmas movie? It's really a matter of opinion, and you can do a Google search, look up best Christmas movie, and you're sure to see tons and tons of lists that people have made, and you're gonna get all kinds of different answers. But I figure I might as well throw in my own 2 cents. Might as well, if you want to know what I think. So I'm gonna have to break it down, because when you say best Christmas movie, do you mean best feature length movie or short? So I'm gonna do them all. We're gonna do best Christmas short, best Christmas feature, and the feature I'm gonna break up into three. It's gonna be best all-time classic Christmas movie, the best modern classic Christmas movie, and then the best alternate classic Christmas movie, or whatever. The best Christmas short. There's a lot of honorable mentions I'm going to have to make, because if I pick just one, I feel like it's going to seem like I'm forgetting a lot of other ones, because there's a whole Rolodex of Christmas movies going through my head right now, and I'm not going off a script or anything, but I think some of the ones I have to mention is like Mickey's Christmas Carol. That was the Disney version of A Christmas Carol with Scrooge McDuck playing as Ebenezer Scrooge. Really love that. I love the animation, and I try to watch that as often as I can. Then there's all the ones from the 60s. I think the 60s was like that big boom of TV specials. So you had the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer short with the stop-motion animation, and Charlie Brown's Christmas. I love all the Charlie Brown specials. I try to watch them every year. They're always on TV, but I have them on DVD so I can watch them whenever I want. They're great. Then I think the best one of all, the one that I think is the best Christmas short of all time, We Wish You a Turtle Christmas. Of course, it's gotta be. Wish You a Turtle Christmas. It's the best Christmas short. I'm just kidding. Really, the best one is Kathy Lee Giffords' Rock and Tots Cafe Christmas GIF. This is I'm just goofing around. Really, the best one is, serious this time, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I saw it as a kid, and I still watch it every Christmas whenever I can. I just love the rhymes. I love the humor. Boris Karloff as the narrator. And it's just a great story about a real bitter character who hates Christmas and then has a change of heart. It's very inspiring. It gives you that feel-good Christmas feeling. Best modern Christmas classic. Nowadays, there's all kinds of Christmas movies. There's ones for kids, ones for adults. The first one I saw that was more geared for adults was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. In this movie, things are going all wrong, and Chevy Chase is flipping out and cursing. It was shocking for the time, especially seeing it as a kid. Nowadays, there's movies like Bad Santa and stuff like that, which is also great. So the idea of an R-rated Christmas movie isn't so taboo anymore, but still, Christmas Vacation holds up. Very funny. Another movie I saw as a kid that I still enjoy a lot is Ernest Saves Christmas. I don't know if younger generations know who Jim Varney is, but he was a really great character actor, and his character Ernest is really, really funny. He was kind of like the Jim Carrey of the time. I still laugh out loud when I see this movie. It's silly and it's goofy, but it also takes the idea of Santa Claus and gives it a new spin. In this movie, it proposes the idea that there's more than one Santa, and over the years, as Santa gets old and has to retire, he has to pass it on to a new Santa. So I thought that was pretty cool. A Christmas Story is another great movie from the early 80s. I think what really makes this one work well is the narrator voice. The narrator is excellent, and a lot of movies I feel are kind of lazy if they use a narration, because the movie should speak for itself. You shouldn't have to have somebody explain everything to you. but this movie works really well with the narration, and like a lot of Christmas movies do, like The Grinch, because it's kind of like it kind of brings you back to when you're a kid and you have an adult reading you a book. So it's like somebody telling you a story. The only thing about A Christmas Story, I think people have gone a little bit too far with this movie. There's a TV channel that plays it in a 24-hour loop. So it's the Christmas movie that you can't escape no matter what. It's impossible to avoid. It's good, but it's not that good. The one I think is the best modern classic is Home Alone. Now, Home Alone, you know, at face value, actually I have it right here. It's a goofy movie about a kid who defends his house from burglars and sets all kinds of traps. But at the same time, it's very sincere. We have a kid here who hates his family, or at least is very tired of dealing with his family, and he learns to appreciate them. And I think that's what the holiday season is all about, is appreciating what you have and spending time with family. Great movie. The music is excellent. I saw it in the theater when it came out, and I haven't seen it again until just recently last year, and it holds up. The best alternate Christmas movie. I'm going to define this as a Christmas movie that sort of isn't a Christmas movie. It's really hard to explain, but a Christmas movie that just takes a totally different spin. Like Christmas horror movies. That's an alternate Christmas theme. I think the first, one of the first Christmas horror movies was Black Christmas, which was directed by Bob Clark, who also did A Christmas Story. So he had quite a range there. He definitely covered the Christmas genre very well. Another Christmas movie that people feel the need to keep reminding people that it's a Christmas movie is this one right here, Die Hard. Again, it's one of those movies where it's a Christmas movie, but it sort of isn't. It's an action movie first, and then it's set on Christmas, and there's a Christmas song during the end credits. I love Die Hard, but I don't really think about Christmas when I think Die Hard. It's not the first thing that comes to mind. The Nightmare Before Christmas, that is a great movie. Is it a Christmas movie or is it a Halloween movie? It's both. It is both. Whatever it is, it's brilliant. But the movie I think that is the best Christmas, alternate Christmas movie is Gremlins. Gremlins is actually one of my favorite movies ever made, which might make it my favorite Christmas movie, but it's still an alternate Christmas movie. It's a horror movie, it's a comedy. It definitely has a Christmas theme running through it. The cinematography just has that Christmas glow to it. Everything you look at seems like it's through a frosted window with snow falling and Christmas lights. It just looks like Christmas all the way through. And it's funny, it's scary, and it's extremely entertaining. Now it's time for the best Christmas classic. Now we're talking the all-time classic movie, one that's been seen by generation after generation, and it's just it's like a tradition. So these are the kind of movies that are usually from like the 30s, 40s, or 50s, or something that's in black and white, that truly stands the test of time. Now the one that comes up all the time is It's a Wonderful Life. I love Jimmy Stewart and everything he's in, and it's truly a wonderful movie, but hang on, I think we could do better. Miracle on 34th Street. This is also one of those Christmas classics that always gets brought up. And what I love about this is you watch this movie and you come out of it thinking, wow, I saw all this magic and Santa. And really, it's grounded in reality. It's just about a guy who claims to be Santa Claus. And throughout the film, you go through like an emotional state. You start to believe that he's Santa just like the other characters in the film do. So it sort of reawakens that childhood perception of Santa Claus. But the movie, I think, without a doubt, is the all-time Christmas classic and best traditional Christmas movie ever made is Scrooge from 1951. In the United States, it's known as A Christmas Carol. And the thing about A Christmas Carol is that it's a public domain story, so it's been made into so many movies over the years that I think this one gets overlooked a little. I'm surprised it doesn't appear more often on all those best Christmas movie lists. There's been all kinds of versions. There's been, Scrooged with Bill Murray, which is really funny, a Muppet Christmas Carol, and a lot from the classic period, which is why this one might blend in a little bit. What sets this one apart from the rest is Alastair Sim, the actor who plays Scrooge. He is amazing. And I just love the story of A Christmas Carol. I think maybe I like it because it has ghosts. So it's a little bit like a horror movie in a way. I love the time period, the old setting with the gas lamps and everything. And I love the character of Scrooge. He's like the Grinch. He hates Christmas and eventually has a change of heart. And that's the best part of the movie. At the very end, Alastair Sim just loses it. He just lets it all fly. He goes apeshit at the end. You got to see the ending, if anything. So I think this is really the best all-time Christmas movie. I watch it every year now. I try to make it a tradition whenever I can. It just makes me feel good. It reminds me, like, oh yeah, it's Christmas. Time to be happy. And like I said, appreciate what you have. And no matter what holiday you celebrate, just have a good holiday season. And hope you enjoy some of these movies.